Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Strand Ranch. We're in the kitchen today, and I am going to talk you through this nightmare of a video. Now, we got the message across, but man, I am still getting my feet wet with all this stuff. Now, this is a leek. It's an old leek. I had it in my fridge for a while and decided I needed to use it for something. So this leek, purple cabbage, and yucca root are going into a pot. And that's pretty much going to be our vegetable base for this recipe. Now, really, the recipe itself, it's not the star of the show here. The chicken is. Now, we're going to use a silky chicken in this case. And I know there's a lot of people, they really love their silkies. And silkies are kind of the potbelly pig of the farm world. You don't really eat them, but you should. And the rest of the world eats them, particularly in Asia. And they're kind of cool looking. So we got some wild mushrooms going in there as well. And my knife is incredibly dull at this point. Another reason this video is a bit of a nightmare. So as I try to disassemble this chicken, you'll see that I can barely cut the skin with it. This was really a last second thrown together thing, but that's okay. The point is clear. These chickens are actually better for you than a regular chicken. And not just because they have less fat, less calories per gram, or per 100 grams rather, than a regular chicken. Silkie also has something in it called carnosine, which is a naturally occurring peptide. It's so important that it's sold as a supplement. So, people take it in order to build muscle and to prevent aging and to alleviate a number of different diseases like diabetes. See, I can't even have this conversation with you. My goodness, too much coffee, I suppose. So it has more carnosine, and that's really a big point here. In Asia, silky chickens are practically a medicine. So if you're looking for a natural, holistic way to live, silky chickens are definitely recommended for you. So it sounds like for males in particular, this is like a protein shake for us, and it's just better than a regular chicken. And it's pretty. So I'm assembling this soup in a way that I wouldn't usually if I was making chicken soup. I would brown the chicken, and the chicken would be on the bottom. But in this case, I'm putting it on the top because it's pretty and to show you, and because I'm a chicken running around without my head in this one. So we've already added some salt and pepper, and we're also going to put some pink pepper berries in there, which give you kind of a numbing sensation, but they're good for you as well. Some of this year's dried cayenne peppers from the garden. We have a number of those, and a little bit of last year's turmeric powder. And we grew that turmeric and we powdered it, and one of these days I'll show you how to do it. We didn't grow any this year, but next year I'm sure we will. And if you've never experienced natural turmeric like this, boy, let me tell you, you're in for a treat. So we're going to shove it down into the pot. And again, I also didn't use a proper pot for this. But so the silky chicken, it's not just a pet, right? It's extremely healthy for you. And something of importance here, we raise silkies and we sell them live. And here's some ginger, and I also added some garlic in there and a little bit of thyme. So we raise silkies and sell them live. We sell the chicks, we sell the adults. Chicks straight run, adults sexed. Takes about 6 months to sex a silky chicken. And we get some eggs from them, and their eggs taste great, just like any other egg. But we get a lot of roosters, and they're roosters like any other rooster. And not many people want roosters. So what do we do with them? Well, we can't just feed them forever, They are a very healthy thing. And we're going to take the meat out here, by the way. You're watching your soup, any chicken soup. Take the bulk of the meat out when it's done so that you don't continue to overcook it, because we're also creating the stock here with the bones and the carcass of the chicken. So we're going to take the meat out so we don't overcook it. So really, the basic chicken soup principles apply here. And if you've ever made a chicken soup, it works here. In this particular case, I'm using the yucca root, which you can find in a number of grocery stores, as a thickener. And it does change the color of the soup a little bit. rather than being a clear purplish kind of deal, which is mostly coming from the red cabbage. But the yucca thickens it and gives it that cloudy appearance. So it's great tasting, it's great looking, it's different, it's certainly different than what most people are accustomed to. And man, it just it makes you feel so strong, and it smells good in the house. It's a lovely thing. Now, I have prepared Silkie chicken, fried, sauteed, and baked. And they are small, but they all, I mean, it's kind of like doing a Cornish game hen, because it is small, but it's juicy. These chickens are raised naturally. We've had a few people that have been interested in them at the market, but hadn't been able to pull the trigger on it just because it's a little too weird. And hopefully this conversation, because that's all this is at this point, it's not even an instructional anymore, this is just a conversation, but hopefully this conversation will help alleviate some of your concerns. What does it taste like? It tastes like really good chicken. No, not everything tastes like chicken, and if you've never had a natural, locally raised, from farm to your hands chicken before, then you're in for a whole experience here. You may not want to start with the Silkie just because it is weird. Start with what you're familiar with if you're just getting your feet wet in the chicken world here. But this caliber of chicken is just, it's extreme. And you're going to love it. So if you're looking at this chicken and you're thinking, I want to try that, or that looks interesting, or that's something that maybe a friend or a family member might enjoy, I want to put your mind at ease. It tastes just like chicken, only it's actually even better for you. We're going to finish it off here with some store-bought cilantro. We didn't have any at the time. I made this video some time ago, and I just hadn't gotten around to finishing it up. So we're going to put some cilantro in there. You could use parsley. We're going to finish it with some gochu, Korean hot sauce, and a little bit of high-quality soy sauce. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. And really, I mean, if you're sick, if you have a fancy dinner date, if you're just being adventurous, come pick you up a Silkie chicken. And if you're still worried about it, talk to me. We'll work through it. It's really good stuff. It's really pretty, and it's very healthy. If you haven't tried one, come get you one. We'll see you October 22nd. Yeah.